What's going on, everyone? So the Los Angeles Lakers begin a brutal schedule coming up. They take on the Brooklyn Nets, which is probably the easiest game that they have for the next several games and stretches. Lakers right now are still sitting at the 2 seed because Denver actually lost last night. They right now are 40-22, the Lakers that is, and they're going to be without, looks like, maybe everybody, right? They're going to have several guys on the list. Obviously, LeBron James ended up getting hurt. But luckily, the Lakers handled their business enough to where they can kind of weather this storm like we've seen the last few years, right? Lakers did not do what they were supposed to do early on and really had to make a late season push in order just to make the play-in, not even the playoffs. And it came down to the final game each year, right? So luckily the Lakers have been very good all season long. They've obviously, again, 40-22, they're the 2 seed in the Western Conference. You don't do that unless you've been a good basketball team all year, especially in the West, as tight and heavy as it is. Also, what's good is the Lakers have, from the 6th seed, they have 5 games lead, but they have 6 in the loss column from the Golden State Warriors, right? Lakers also have tiebreakers and stuff like that against teams like the Warriors, the Timberwolves, the Clippers, right? So I'm not worried about the Lakers falling beyond the 5th seed. The Rockets are 3 games back in the loss column. 2 games is what it's listed, but in the loss column, 3 games, Lakers have that lead. So they got a little weather that they can kind of play with before they end up dropping to the 5th seed. Look, as long as the Lakers finish top 4, I'm fine, right? 2nd seed would be nice, don't get me wrong, but it's a vanity metric, right? It's just something to be like, oh, we're the 2 seed. If the Lakers are the 4th seed and win the championship, is anyone going to care? No, right? People are just going to be happy that we won the championship, right? So to me, it really boils down to where can the Lakers kind of hover around. And as long as they're in that top 4, the only reason I want them to stay in the top 4 is for home court, right? Because if they stay in the top 4, then the first round they have home court advantage, which is good. Whoever they end up playing, whether it's the Rockets or the Warriors or the Grizzlies or whatever, right? Home court in the first round would be nice, so that way they kind of work through what they need to work through little kinks, and then get ready to tally up what they need to tally up come playoffs and make that late season push, and then, of course, the push into the playoffs. But even if they did fall into the 5th seed, again, I don't think it's the end of the world, right? You're not winning anything. Lakers could finish the 1 seed. Not winning anything if LeBron and Luka aren't healthy, right? So if we have to be the 5th seed, but LeBron and Luka are healthy, perfect. Sign me up, right? I will take that all day. So that, to me, is, in my opinion, the most important. Obviously, it's a game at a time. You got to handle business against the Brooklyn Nets. They're a tanking team. They're a losing team. But the players still want to win, right? And the players are still going to show up. So if you're the Lakers, you need to make sure you're showing up as well. You need to make sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Whoever's playing, this is usually when Austin Reeves really shines. This is usually when Austin Reeves plays the best version that we see when LeBron and Luka or LeBron and AD were out. May end up having both out. It would be nice if we had Rui. Unfortunately, we're not going to have Rui because Rui is a guy that, again, go get you 20 to 30 on any given night, right? And usually plays better when LeBron and guys like that are out. But again, handle business against the Brooklyn Nets. Then you have 3 days off, right? Which is good. I even talked about, I would be okay if the Lakers were to, say, sit Luka till the Nuggets game. So Lakers have 3 days off after the Nets game, and then the 13th and the 14th, they play the Bucks and then the Nuggets, both on the road. If the Lakers were to sit Luka till the 14th, that means he would have almost a week off, right, between the 8th and the 14th. He's been dealing with a little back issue. Let him kind of rest up, heal that. It would suck to take the L against you got to beat the Nets, but it would suck to take the L against the Bucks. But to me, it's not as impactful as taking an L to the Nuggets because, again, the Nuggets are in the Western Conference. You're fighting for seeding against them. Also, the history of the last few years and how the Nuggets have just kind of owned us, right? It'd be nice to kind of have Luka there to maybe squeeze out that win. Obviously, if you lost to, especially if you lose to the Nets, and then you lose to the Bucks, really put some pressure on the Lakers because now it's like you lose to the Nuggets. Now you're on a 3-game losing streak, or actually it'd be a 4-game losing streak, counting the Celtics game, right? So I don't know if we want that, but you got to do what you got to do. right? You have to weather the storm as best as possible. And again, if Luke can come back and be healthy for that Nuggets game, that could go a long way for the Lakers. So I do think that that's something that we need to kind of keep an eye on. But even beyond that, right, from basically the 13th through really the end of the month, it gets crazy because you have the Bucks and the Nuggets. Then you have a Suns game 2 days later. Then you have the Spurs literally the next day. So you play the Bucks, the Nuggets, the Suns, and the Spurs, right? The Nuggets again, the Bucks again. That's 6 games, 3 of which are back-to-backs. And you play that between March 13th and March 20th. So literally in a 7-day span, you're going to play 6 games. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, right? LeBron is probably missing all of those. He'll probably, best case scenario, be back around the Magic or Pacers game. Luckily, the back end, right, after you get through that second Nuggets and Bucks matchup on the 19th and 20th, you then have the Bulls who are tanking, right? The Magic, who I think are very beatable. The Pacers, who I think are very beatable. The Bulls, again. The Grizzlies might be a little tough, but you're playing for seeding, and the Rockets. Those 2 games are very important. The 29th and 31st against the Grizzlies and the Rockets before you get into April, which you play the Thunder twice, the Mavs in Dallas, so that should be a big Luka game. The Warriors, who have been very good recently. The Rockets again, and the Blazers. So Lakers have a pretty tough schedule coming up, and LeBron's out, so that's not going to help. But something that I've talked about is I do think that this LeBron injury, obviously you don't want him to get injured. Obviously you don't want this to be because LeBron got hurt. But I do think that there is an argument to be made that LeBron missing 2 weeks may be a blessing in disguise because, one, LeBron gets some rest, right? LeBron can kind of get himself right, get his body right, get his mind right? Kind of just take a 2-week stretch to really kind of recoup. Lakers are going to be patient with his return, so it could be 3 weeks, could be 4 weeks, right? Again, as I mentioned earlier, it means nothing if he's not healthy. You could be the 1st seed, the 4th seed, it doesn't matter. If LeBron's not healthy, you're not winning anything, right? Same thing. If Luka's not healthy, you're not winning anything. So you need those guys to be as healthy as possible. You need those guys to be as right as possible. So take your time. But I do think this is good for LeBron to kind of get some rest, get his bearings under him again, get his legs back. Luka, he kind of gets some rest in between, but also allows him to kind of step up and be that primary guy. Let him play the main role, right? Let him start to get comfortable. Let him kind of run the offense, get familiarity with all the other players. So then LeBron, all he's doing is just coming back and plugging in. Right? It makes it so much easier for him. He doesn't have to worry about all the chaos and all the commotion and everything. He can just, boom, I'm just going to slot in, which is what he's talked about, right? Luka's the guy, right? Austin Reeves is the other guy, and then he'll plug in wherever he needs to plug in, right? LeBron's never going to be the second or third. I mean, it's LeBron. But, right, as far as like not having to dominate, allowing Luka, I mean, LeBron said himself, we are best when Luka has the ball. Let Luka have the ball. Well, it's easier when Luka's the only guy, right? Because now Luka, he can kind of step into that role. And now LeBron can go, see, hey, do not change what you're doing, right? Don't worry about me. I'll figure it out, right? We'll work it out together, right? And now LeBron's just kind of coming in, plugging in, and is able to figure it out from there. I think that that is good. I also think it's good for the Lakers team to just build chemistry, right? Allow Austin Reeves and Luka to kind of figure out what they need to figure out. Allow the two of them to kind of build their chemistry together. Because also, you got to keep in mind, Reeves is going into a contract year next year. Is Reeves the guy that you're paying? Because he's probably going to make 30, 40 million, right? Some team is going to pay him a bag, right? Because teams are going to look at it and go, he's averaging 26 and 5 or something like that, or 25 and 6 as like the third guy. What does he do if he's the second or first guy, right? Like teams will overpay. One, to just get him off the Lakers, right? So if you're the Lakers, you need to figure out, like, is he the guy that you want slotted alongside Luka or not? So I do think that this is also a good opportunity for those two to kind of figure out and work on some things and work through some things, kind of become the best version of themselves that they can be. But look, there's no excuse. You got to handle business. Luckily, the Lakers have been very good without LeBron. They've been very good without Luka. Been very good without Anthony Davis. Right? This team has shown time and time again that they can still win games, that they can still beat some of the best teams in the league even without LeBron and without Anthony Davis and without Luka. So hopefully that trend continues. You can weather the storm. You can get to where you need to be as far as the team goes. And then, like I said, if you fall and you're the 4th seed come playoff time, you're the 4th seed come playoff time. Who cares, right? Like, if the Lakers win the championship, no one's going to be crying that, oh, the Lakers are we're the 4th seed. Like, no one's going to care, right? Handle business. Do what you got to do, right? Brutal schedule coming up. In all honesty, this is probably good for LeBron to not have to play during this stretch. It would suck if this stretch is really bad for us, though. But it is good because LeBron would have probably played all, if not most of those back-to-backs. It's a lot of wear and tear. A lot of just like, a lot of just pain on the body, right? And he's not 23 anymore, right? He's not 30 anymore. He's 40. So just things to keep in mind. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you agree? Do you think yeah, this is a brutal schedule, but Lakers will figure it out. Lakers will navigate this. How do you feel? Whatever your thoughts are. Love to hear it either way. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Lets me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.